Okay guys, hey, Dr. Davlin, board certified laser dermatologist. Today I'm teaching how to do a TCA peel, as in a proper TCA peel. So just as a matter of qualifications, I'm a board certified dermatologist. I've been doing this for about 15 years. And if you look at my TCA concentrations over here, I work everything from 8%, well I don't know, my nurses do that, but I'll go all the way up to, you can see, 100%. So I'm pretty comfortable using TCA 100%. Most of my TCA peels, however, are 35% to 30% together with Jesners. Today I'm teaching you how to do an 8% peel, but do it safely, and this is the way it's done. This is the way it should be done professionally. So hang tight and you'll learn something. The first thing what we're going to do is talk about safety with peels. It's really important, even though you're doing home peels, is to have some eye irrigation. This is really important because if you get TCA in your eyes, it is bad news. So eye irrigation is very important. You can see my tools here are very simple: gauze and peel, and that's it. So I'm going to put this TCA, I'm just going to check, 8%, that's right, 8%. I'm going to use this dropper, put it in here, and I'm just going to use a gauze. So 8% TCA is a safe treatment provided you follow these instructions. First of all, make sure you do not have any open cuts, open wounds. Secondly, make sure you don't have any active infection, especially cold sores. If you have a cold sore and you put TCA on that, bad news can happen. And make sure you don't have any active areas of scarring. Okay, so it's very important. I only use gauze. I don't like using brushes. I'll tell you why. It's because of the drip. You do not want TCA to drip at all. That's why I like using this gauze, and I can also buffer with the gauze compared with a brush. So hang tight and I'll show you how it's done. How I conceptualize peeling. Basically what we want to do is peel in areas. So I'm going to wipe this off, but we can use this as a boundary, and we can say, hey, this is where we're going to use our peel, from brow to brow and forehead. So this is one area, so section 1. Section 2 we can consider from here, can divide it down there, down there, down there, and we can consider that as section 2. And then section 3. So I peel in 3 sections using an 8%. That way you do not overlap. So section 1, section 2, section 3. So I'm going to wipe this off, and I'll show you how I actually apply it. The other thing to do, guys, before I forget, with an 8%, it's not really that important, but certainly when you're going up to high concentrations, I am very careful with things. And you use a cotton bud, or you use a toothpick, and you want to protect certain areas like the corners of the mouth. I don't usually do this because I'm extra careful. I do not, I would not go around the lip area, but I'm showing you this from a professional point of view, and also just around here, because if you get some TCA that pools over here, that's bad news. Let's cut out a couple of misconceptions and bullshit about TCA peels. First of all, this is a self-neutralizing peel. So no matter what you read, hear, see, or watch on YouTube or on the internet, a TCA peel is a TCA peel. It self-neutralizes. When it goes white, it coagulates the protein and it's done. At 8%, I don't want it to go white. We want some mild speckling at most. We want some mild redness, and that's it. What we're doing with this peel is we're achieving a reduction in pigmentation. Certainly if I'm using TCA 100%, 80%, I do want absolute frosting. When I'm using my TCA with Jesners, with a medium TCA peel, I do want absolute frosting with that, and sliding of the actual skin itself. But for home use, be safe, follow the instructions. So make sure you protect these areas, because if TCA pools in these areas, yeah, it's not good. You can get some stinging. Okay? Okay, I'm just going to wipe this off and I'll show you how it's done. This is my only tool. You don't see me with brushes, you don't see me with anything, it's just a gauze. That's all I'm using, just a gauze square. I fold the gauze square and I soak it into the area of 8% TCA. So this is 8% TCA soaked in there. This is really important. We do not want it to drip at all. So I squeeze it, make sure it's squeezed all out, and I've got a gauze, okay? So now it's all squeezed, super saturated gauze with no drip at all. So now I've got no drip with a wet gauze of TCA. Now, remember what I said about going in threes? Here I am. I'm doing a single coat of TCA here. Single coat here. Applying the TCA up here. One coat. I'm doing another coat up here. One coat up there. So that's single coat TCA, her forehead's done. Now I'm going to treat the cheeks. I'm going to go pretty close to the eyes. So I'm pulling her eyelids down, getting really close to the eyelid margins, warning the patient that yes, you can get some stinging in that area, but there's no TCA in the eye. So remember, it's impossible to have TCA in the eye because I've squeezed everything out. Applying some here, the upper lip, down there. I'm treating someone for pigmentation. You can see some pigmentation here, so we'll see that's exactly what we're after, is a gradual reduction in pigmentation. Okay, and you can buffer it down here. So this is what we call buffering it, where we actually put less pressure. So TCAs can be controlled by pressure as well. So I'm putting less pressure here, and we're buffering it here, doing the chin area here as well. And then finally the nose. The nose can handle a lot more TCA, and it's good for blackheads as well. I mean, realistically, things like BHAs or salicylic acid or glycolic acid peels are better, but a TCA, yes, it can be used on the nose. And you can see me, I'm multi-coating the nose with an 8% because the sebaceous area of the nose can actually handle it. Okay, so we've done one side, two, and now I'm doing this area here. So look over here. So once again, down, two, pulling your eyelids, going right up to eyelid margin, three, down there, right up to here, down to the chin. Watch what I'm doing here, I'm just buffering it here, okay? When you're using a higher strength TCA, like a 30%, 35%, buffering this area is very good, and we always treat below the mandible, below the jawline, so you don't get demarcation. But with an 8%, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's single coat. And we can actually do it some on her eyelids as well. So keep your eyes closed, Lizzie. We'll put some on the eyelids, just a single coat there. So I know I'm not going to get any drip at all. I know this is super safe. If you use a brush and keep re-dipping, you might run into some trouble. So this will not run into any trouble at all the way I'm doing it. That, my friends, is single coat TCA peel. Okay, so that's one coat. How many coats can you do? To do it safely, look seriously at home, I say maximum of 2. So my rule is 8%, 8 to 10%. Let's stick with 8%, 2 coats. When do we do the second coat? I like giving it about 2 minutes. The other thing as well is that it's very important that you know the exact strength of the TCA peel. So what you buy on the internet when it says 8% or 10% may not be 8 or 10%. You've got to actually get it from a proper compounding pharmacy, and that way we know what you're actually applying is accurate, because I see many peel disasters out there. Okay, so we'll do the second coat very shortly, and we'll finish from there. Okay guys, it's been 2 minutes. There's no frosting. There's very little in the way of redness. I'm doing my second coat now, okay? So exactly the same method. I soaked it in, I've given it a squeeze to make sure there's no dripping, and then I'm just starting on the forehead with one coat up here. A little bit more pressure around here. And then going to her cheeks, lower lids, exactly the same as what I did with the first one, and then buffering it up here, finishing off the chin, upper lip, using this side, just finishing it off, pulling her eyelid skin down, going close to the margins as I can, and down, and just buffering it a little under her chin. It's got a little bit of irritation over there. I'm avoiding that area on the chin, and then on the lip as well. And remember, over the nose it can handle a lot more, so you can actually give that a little bit more TCA on the nose. And you'll find that it'll be nice and smooth. So this can be repeated every 2 weeks, safely at home with an 8%. And over time you can see that the skin texture will improve, pigmentation will improve. This is one of my favorite peels for melasma. It's super good for that. And we're finishing off with the eyelids, upper eyelids, and I'm pretty close. It's very thin skin here. We can get some tightening of that skin. Okay, so you see we don't see any excess dripping, and that's the end point of a home peel. In other videos you'll see me doing full strength TCA peels using, like I said, 100%, 35% with Jesners. That's completely different, right? And you do get endpoints of that. You do get spectacular frosting, and we get skin peeling with that. But for home use, stick to this and you'll be safe. So remember guys, stay safe, follow the instructions. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, once again, thanks for watching this quick video, and remember to subscribe for more information on anything laser and aesthetic dermatology related. One new video every Saturday morning, Brisbane time. Thank you.